What up, though? It's your boy Big Cat, and today, man, I'm doing another episode of Growing Loud with Big Cat. I got some new things today, and actually, while I'm doing this, let me get some other things situated too, because what I am gonna start doing is video and podcast in one, or what I should say is at the same time. My awesome sister decided that she was going to bless me with this MacBook that she wasn't using. So, what I'm going to be doing is recording my videos, and while I'm recording my videos, I'm going to set the podcast segment up through GarageBand so that I can record. That way you get audio and video, That way you got a preference as to what you want to do with it. So, without further ado, let's get into it, man. Today, first thing I did was make a couple stops. I went to hang on one second, guys. Let me get this project going real quick. Okay, let me see. All right, while this is setting up, I can, let me see. It's been a while since I've done this. Had a lot going on, but trying to get a couple different things situated and get everything flowing so that it is flowing smooth. Because, when shit's operating smooth, everything else just kind of falls into place and it works. So, we'll call this one Podcast 6. Save it to GarageBand. Initialize this motherfucker. And now they won't leave when you kick them out. Bam. All right. Now that the podcast portion is ready and being recorded, let's go ahead and get into this, man. Today I made a stop at the hydro store. Now, if you know, I don't grow hydro, but hydro stores aren't limited to just materials for hydro growers. So I stopped in the hydro store and picked up some things that I need, man. One of those things, it might not be agreed upon widely, but I grabbed some of this. It is a general hydroponics kit. What it does is allow you to balance the pH of your water. Okay. Now, the first time I grew weed, I actually grew weed. It was hydro. Very difficult. A pain in the ass. I'm not gonna hold you up, but it taught me a lot. So one of the things that I took away from that was this general hydroponics kit. Now, this thing comes with a smaller here. As a matter of fact, we're gonna bust the package open right now, so we can go ahead and really get a look at it. All right. Now, the hydro store I picked this up from, this was $19. All right. You may be able to find it cheaper on Amazon. I don't know. If you do, wonderful, good for you. Let me know if you do, so I can decide to go a cheaper route if I continue using this product. Otherwise, I might find something else. So what it comes with is pH up, which is the blue liquid, pH down, which is the orange liquid, base, acid, up, down. All right. It also came with a dropper so that I can take either one of these solutions. Let's say my pH is a little low on the downside, so I'll use this dropper, take a couple drops of this solution, and I will drop it in my container. So let's say I have a, here, we'll use this for example because my water bottle's right here. So I'll fill this up with water, right? I take a sample of the water from this container because this is the water that I will be using to water my plants with. I take a sample of the water from this container and I put it into this small tube that came in the kit. What I do then is the water that is in here, I take some of this, which is the pH test indicator. All right, I don't know if this is backwards for you guys. I hope not. But if it is, remember, my Instagram, any pictures, anything that I'm talking about right now, I will take pictures of and put it on my Instagram so you can see. That way, if for some reason it's backwards to you guys, you'll be able to see exactly what it looks like the regular way when, oh, this is my shit. You'll be able to see exactly what it looks like without having to flip the image and read backwards. So anyway, I digress. you have your liquid in here. This is the water that you're going to be testing because this came out of the reservoir or whatever container that you're going to use to be feeding your plants with. You test it using this kit. If you look at it, the strip on the outside of the container is color coded. What's going to happen is when you use this test liquid and drop it in this container, the water is going to turn a color. That color is going to be very close to one of these colors that you see on the outside of this label. And as you can see, each color has a number. So for example, we'll go with 6.5. 6.5 has its own color, which is different from the 6, which is different from the 7. So what you're doing is looking for the range. So if it's somewhere between that 6 and 6.5 color, then you know that's if that's the range you're looking for, you're good. It's color coded. The shit is simple. That's one of the biggest reasons I went ahead and got it again, because as hard as it was to do hydro, this simplified my issues in terms of having balanced pH for my water. So that's a plus. Definitely something I recommend. If you're growing hydro, you definitely got to balance your pH, man. Make sure you do that shit. Just like your body, just like the human body, plants need a good balance of pH so they can do what they got to do. All right. One of the other things I picked up when I went to the hydro store today was, a 5-kilo brick of cocoa, compressed cocoa. All right. I use this only to stretch my soil. What I actually use also is this, man. Shout out to Tommy from Detroit Nutrient Company. This is his soil mix, Great Lakes water only. I had very good success with that. I strongly recommend, especially for a new grower, that you pick this up, okay? Because, as the name implies, it's water only. For a new grower, mixing nutrients might not be what you want to do. It might just, the nutrients themselves might be out of your price range. The time that it requires to mix, measure, and make sure everything is on point, you might not be feeling it. So that Great Lakes water only is your solution to that. You put your pots in, and you can go full cycle, seed to veg. Now, me personally, I don't put my seeds in it. I use a seed starter mix, Miracle Grow, just some bullshit. Lately, since I've had this cocoa, I've been using the cocoa. There's nothing in it. You know, it's inert medium. It's just soil, no nutrients. Think of it like that. Okay. And I've been using the the cocoa, and putting my seedlings and my clones in cocoa and letting them grow in the cocoa mix, and then planting them in a pot that has a mix of the cocoa and the Great Lakes water only. That's what I'm doing right now. So, I picked something else up. I don't remember what or where, but it's all right. Oh shit! I knew it was something else. Excuse me. I knew it was something else I wanted to do too, man. I just recently was gifted a tool from the Easy Super Cropper. Okay. Now, if you checked out my post recently, you saw when I got it. You saw when I used it. The tool is very, very easy to use. Okay. The only thing I'm going to tell you guys about that tool is be careful when you're squeezing to super crop your plants, because you can still apply too much pressure and damage your plant. Okay, so you have to be careful. Now, don't get me wrong. It is a lot easier to use this tool than it is to use your hands. But because I was so accustomed to using my hands and having to really squeeze and pinch because the stems themselves were very solid, you don't have to do that with this tool. So if you put the same amount of pressure with this tool that you would use with your hands if you were doing it barehanded before, you are going to damage your plant. Fortunately, I found this out, and it was only at the expense of one branch, and it actually happened to be a lower branch. So to be completely honest with you, I wasn't too upset when I realized that it was too much, because it was on the lower level of the plant itself anyway. It wouldn't have produced much bud. I was really just doing it to get it out of the way of the growth that was starting to come up above it, because things were getting tangled up and I didn't much like it. So Aside from that, man, that tool is amazing. Something that you should have in your garden as a grower, whether you use small scale, large scale, or whatever in between. You know what I'm saying? So definitely take the time to check it out. Easy Super Cropper. They have an Instagram page. They got a Facebook page. They got a website. Um, check them out. And same with this Detroit Nutrient Company, man. They got their own website too. And that dude is really hands on, man. Let me tell you this. I've seen his Instagram page. I've spoken with him via email personally. That man is hands on, and he is a firm believer in his products. I will say that much. So, if you're on the market, you're looking for an option, you're looking for a good way to, you're looking for a good quality soil at a good price, definitely check them out. It might be something worthwhile. Um, that's that though, as far as the tools go. So, what I am actually about to do, I have a tote bin. Bam. It is. Oh, it doesn't say. Oh, 95 quarts. That's the size. I am going to take this compressed block of cocoa, open it up, and I'm going to drop it in this bin. With these compressed cocoa blocks, what you have to do is you drop them in whatever container you're going to be putting water in, because this is going to expand. All right, this is a 5 kilogram block, but it's going to put out about 65 to 70 liters of dirt once it expands completely. Okay, so on the back it has the directions for use. Let me see. The first thing you do is, this is in terms of after you've already hydrated it and expanded it. So it just tells you to fill up your pot with cocoa, hydrate it with a pH balanced solution that's somewhere between 5.8 and 6.2, 5.8 to 6.2. Put your plant in, transplant your plant, water it until you get about 10 to 20% runoff, and from there you just do what you do. It's pretty simple. It's nothing too complicated. Cocoa is good because it retains moisture very well. So if you're new to cocoa, what I will tell you is this. Make sure, let me turn this down. Make sure that when you are using this, you are very careful when you water, because this is not like dirt, okay? Dirt will dry out very quick. It'll be very noticeable. It doesn't take that long, especially if you have high temperatures in your grow space like I do. Cocoa will trick you, because you will get a block of cocoa and you'll put your plant in there and water it, and it'll be a week, and you're going to be like, damn, I ain't watered my plants in a week and the pots are still wet. Nah, man, don't be fooled. Put some more water in that bitch. I found out the hard way. Just, if you think it needs to be watered, if it's been a long time since you've watered your plant, and if you have a lot of temperatures in your grow space, a high temperature in your grow space, man, better safe than sorry. Water it every couple days. The trade-off is you might not have to water it as much, right? The frequency might be the same, but there's a word I'm looking for. The frequency of watering might be the same as dirt, but you won't have to water in the same, it won't be as much. The quantity of water that you use will not be the same, because your cocoa retains moisture a lot better than the dirt will, which means that when you think you need to water, you don't have to water as much as what you think you do. Sorry about that. All right, so just a quick look, since I got it on the laptop now. Bam, block of cocoa sitting in there. So what I'm going to do from here with this block of cocoa is simply mix it up. I am going to put hot water in there, allow it to expand. Once it expands, I am going to begin transplanting my contest seeds, my competition seeds actually. So those Shenron the Dragons that I had from Grow Today Genetics, I'm going to be transplanting those. And then I also have 4 plants that came out of my batch of seeds for my that 313 private stock number 1. That one, I got 4 of those down too, so I'm going to be transplanting those today as well. By the time I'm done, I should have all of my plants in my grow space in pots. That's what I'm going for. So we're looking at an all-day venture here. I am not going to sit here and record it the entire time, because what's the point of recording something you can't see? right? If I'm moving around trying to put this cocoa in the tub and water it and expand it and mix my soil in with it, transplant and do everything I got, I can't put it on camera because I don't have a GoPro. GoPro would be easier to use. So that's that. I'm gonna go ahead and get this shit cracking. One more thing though before I go. I just want you guys to know I am trying to get some things situated for expansion purposes because there's a lot I want to do with this. So one of the things I'm trying to do is get a GoPro or something very similar because what I want to be able to do is set it up in my grow space for time-lapse purposes. That way you guys can see. What I was considering doing was having a GoPro and setting something up for my veg cycle, so seedling, clone, stage, veg, and then between veg and flower, once I do that flip, I would take it, upload my veg portion, and then bang, we back at it, and I'm gonna put it back in there, record my flower portion for the next 2 months, and then when it's time to harvest, once I harvest everything's chopped down, take the GoPro down, upload that video, and then you guys get to see that information too. So that's something I'm working on right now, trying to get things situated for that. Aside from that, it ain't a whole lot I'm doing, man. Just check out my Patreon page. For those of you who signed up prior to the deadline, I will be sending your free seeds out tomorrow. So those gentlemen who signed up and sent me their addresses, be on the lookout within the next week or so for your free gift for signing up. I appreciate you and your patronage. And hopefully we can continue to make this shit grow. Once I get those seeds sent out, I will be posting information about a giveaway too, man, because I got tents and I got lights that I cannot use anymore because I simply don't have the space. Now, I'm keeping 1 and 1. I'm keeping 2, actually. I'm keeping 2 tents and I'm keeping 3 lights. So I will be giving away 1 tent and 1 light. I will give you guys details on that coming up. I haven't quite determined exactly how I want to do it or when I'm going to be doing the actual giveaway, but within the next week, once I get these seeds done and those gentlemen get their seeds, I will make sure to get on that and get that information ready so that I can present it to you guys in a timely fashion so that you guys aren't wondering, hey, what's this guy doing? You just sitting around twiddling his thumbs? Nah, I'm working. It's a process, man. Just bear with me, be patient. As always, you can catch me on Instagram, Big Cats Growing Loud. That's Big Cats _growing_loud. I'm on Facebook, but I'm really only on Facebook for those people who may not have an Instagram. So I'm on there because everything that's on my Instagram is on my Facebook. Everything on my Facebook may not be on my Instagram, but that's because you can make statuses on Facebook, not on Instagram. So, what else? You got the podcast Growing Loud with Big Cat. Anywhere you can find a podcast, you can find that. I got my YouTube channel, Big Cat Grows. And I'm just trying to get everything situated. So this video, I'm actually going to upload this video to my YouTube channel. This podcast is going to go live on, come on, dog. This podcast is going to go up. Come on, dog. Stop. Sit down. Get down. Get down. Get down. Thank you. The video is about to be uploaded. I'm actually going to upload the video to YouTube as I'm preparing this cocoa mix. The podcast I am going to upload as well, but it'll probably be a couple more segments to it also. So just bear with me, be patient. I'm going to try to get that one situated. I'm also working on some things where I'm going to have a photographer come through and help me out with some things because, I can take pictures on my phone all day. But what I don't have is the skill set or the patience to take those pictures and edit them into a high quality so that 1, they look good when I post them, and 2, you can see exactly what it is that I'm trying to show you in these pictures. So I'm trying to find somebody who can help me edit and get everything situated so that when I'm posting these pictures for you, y'all can really, really see what's going on in these photos. Like, for example, that cloning station I got, that little six-side hydro that I was using that I turned into a cloner, I could use photo editing for that because when I lift the lid and take pictures, you can see the roots going, but once I snap that picture with my camera, it kind of blurs things between flash or the lack of light and things like that. So I'm working on that too. Just a lot of things in motion that I'm trying to get going and keep going. So, dog, sit down. Just because the cats don't want to play with you don't mean you about to come over here and harass me right now. I'm filming. Sit down. Thank you. But yeah, man, let me go ahead and hop off of this so I can get this pro mix together and get these plants potted, because if I don't do it now, I'm gonna be sitting here talking to y'all all day. So, Big Cat signing off. Excuse the mess. I'm just trying to get this shit going right now. But the next time I hop on video in front of y'all, I'm gonna at least have my hair combed or something. You know what I'm saying? But till then, peace out. Y'all keep doing this shit, and it's growing loud with Big Cat.